This video is about odd and even numbers. First, a practical example. Imagine that you're the manager of the Climbco, a local rock climbing gym. At the gym, you always take bookings in pairs. This is because rock climbing always requires two people, the climber and the belayer. One day, 4 people drop in to make group bookings. They want to book for 7 climbers, 17 climbers, 24 climbers, and 9 climbers. Can you take all these bookings on the same day? Will there be an even number of climbers? Without even adding up the numbers in each group, there's a simple rule that can be applied to work out whether the total is an odd or an even number. We're going to learn that rule in this video. But first, the basic rules. The formal definition of an even number is an integer that's evenly divisible by 2. In other words, when the number is divided by 2, the remainder is 0. An odd number is just the opposite. It's a number that's not evenly divisible by 2. So what about 0? Is it odd, even, or something else? Well, 0 divided by 2 equals 0 with no remainder. So 0 is an even number. Now to the rules for addition. An odd number plus an odd number always gives an even number. An even number plus an even number also always gives an even number. However, an odd number plus an even number always gives an odd number. Notice that only one of these combinations, the last one, gives an odd number. Notice also that this combination has one odd number, which is an odd number of odds. This is important because it represents a more general rule. For the sum of any series of numbers to be odd, it must contain an odd number of odds. Let's see how this rule applies to our rock climbing groups. Let's start by determining which of these groups contain odd and even numbers of climbers. So one of the groups contains an even number of climbers, and 3 of them contain an odd number of climbers. In other words, we have 3 odds, which is an odd number of odds, so the total number of climbers will be odd. Since we need to take bookings in pairs, we'll either need to find another climber or another group with an odd number of climbers. We already have our answer, but let's prove that it's correct by adding up the total number of climbers. We have groups of 7, 17, 24, and 9 climbers, which gives a total of 57 climbers. 57 is an odd number, so we've shown that the rule works. Now, let's look at the rules for multiplication. An even number multiplied by any integer, whether odd or even, always gives an even number. So the only way to multiply a series of numbers and get an odd number is if all the numbers in the series are odd. Let's test these rules using our first climbing group. This group contains 7 climbers, which is an odd number of climbers. If we multiply this group by 2, which is an even number, we would have 14 climbers, which is also an even number. However, if we multiply this group by 3, which is an odd number, we would have 21 climbers, which is also an odd number. So an odd times an even gives an even number, but an odd times an odd gives an odd number. This shows that our rules work. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.